Hola, bienvenidos. Welcome to another Elle and the Moon creation. I am using up some of the Botchiknot macrame rope that I had in 5mm just to make this, and I ended up running out of it, but I hope you enjoy or it gives you some ideas. The stash rope for the sides has been untwisted, but the parts in the front are chunky. This is leftover rope from a skein bundle that I had for the macrame capelet. So I actually end up running out of rope in this tutorial, but if you use enough rope, you can do it all the way around. You'll see what I'm talking about. So this is on a small. So there are 6 pieces, reverse lark's head knotted onto the bust line part right now. For the small, if you would like to size up for a medium, you would need to add 2 more pieces of rope on either side, both left and right, per size up. So for a medium, you would need to have on each side 8. For a large, you would need 10. For an extra large, 12 to 14, so on and so forth. And this rope that I'm using is not stretchy at all. It's just basically cord. It is very loose. I love it. I talk about it in the macrame capelet video, but you'll need to have a measurement of 50 inches length for a small. I recommend to go up about 18 inches per size up or per bust size up. So if you're B, C, D, etc., you're going to need to add 18 inches per size up. And I'll put this into metros in the description box. So as you can see, I'm basically getting the outline set up. I mentioned the outlining of this in my previous video, which was only like 2.5 minutes. So you can go back and check on the outline of this. It's very simple, this piece of work. You're going to do square knots. You're going to do double half hitches. And that's basically it. It is a 3-2 pattern for a small. For a large, it'll be a, for a medium, it'll be a 4-3. For a large, it'll be a 5. It will be a 5-4. So 5 square knots, 4 square knots, 5 square knots, 4 square knots on either side. So it'll be a total of 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8 if you're going left to right. You'll see what I mean. It's very simple. So I've got everything lined up, and I'm going to start knotting in a moment right here. So I'm going to go 3 across the left and then go down and do 2, because I do left and right independently. Then I go over to the other side. All right, so in a moment here, we're gonna skip ahead, but at the end of your square knots, you need to do a row of double half hitches along horizontally. So that ends the top part, the bodice of it, for the left only. Now on the right, we'll get to that in a moment, but before we get to the right, I'm gonna line up the back because you have to make adjustments as you go. So I'm gonna do one double half hitch here to have this back line up, and then I'm gonna connect it to the bottom. All right, so one thing that I want to say, as you're doing this, this other side, the right side, you can add buttons onto the leftmost piece of rope. So I could add a button there so that the button holes on the other side. I'll show you that later in the video where you would put those buttons in the buttonholes. But if you don't want it to lace through as this top does, then you can just add buttons. All right, since I didn't have enough of a rope stash, you're gonna see me add on some pieces, and then I'm gonna end up taking them off and just adding fabric that I have. It's kind of turning into an upcycle. I really try to use up all the rope that I have in store for things because I don't like to waste things, and rope costs a lot of money, and I'm very frugal and or cheap. So if you're barato, then you may just want to add a piece of fabric instead of doing more knotting. Now I'm unlacing this right now, and I'm going to explain about the buttonholes. Make sure though, one problem that I ran into because I didn't know what I was making when I started making this, I kind of am a improviser as far as making goes. Make sure the piece that goes along the top is at least gives you at least an extra 12 inches on either side so you can lace it. Now, if you see where I open it up on the right, you can put little buttons in those 4 different divots, and then you can button into the left side. I kind of just pointed that out. Now I'm going to show you me tinkering along with this. So you can basically just turn this into a vest and wear it open faced, or you can tie it up, which I think most people would do. I think this would look really cute with some harem pants, some print pattern, or just solid colored harem pants. Or if you're going to a festival, these are perfect to wear with some Daisy Dukes and or I guess a lot of folks call them denim cutoffs. I think that's how I would style this. Or just some jeans in general, just some basic high waist denim jeans. Or you could wear some low rise. I don't know. It's Y2K in fashion right now, so I don't know if you're gonna wear high waist, but I prefer high waist. So yeah, so I'm lacing it back through just so you can see how I lace through the different parts. And again, I did not make my top piece of rope that goes across from the front to back along the bust line. It did not make it long enough. Ideally, it would be longer, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. All right, so one thing it's important for me to note is this item is not machine washable. It is made with rope. So if you want something that is machine washable, then you'll need to go to a chunky t-shirt yarn to make this item, because you can throw t-shirt yarn in the wash. I will have to get this dry cleaned, or I'll have to spot clean this item. I'm gonna see about plunging it into some cold water and see how that works, and just letting it dry flat. But since it's rope on the sides there and they're unfurled, untwisted, I don't think that'll work out too well, but we'll see. I'll let you all know in a follow-up video. Here she is. Isn't she beautiful? I'm almost out of green, so I'll start going back to some white and cream items soon. I'm gonna sell this item on Depop because it doesn't fit me, or I'll see if my niece wants to wear it this summer because she's a fashionista. She's not available to model today, else I would have had her model for me. But it is what it is. I hope you liked the video and it gives you ideas.